Oh, this is going to be a good day. Today, I have the privilege of introducing to you some of the 7 most commonly used words in the English language. Sorry, I'm going to try and control myself. Today, you are learning about fanboys. But you know what? Before we start, I shouldn't have written this like this. See these capital letters? One thing, if it's not the only thing you learn today, but certainly I want you to remember that you should never, especially in your academic writing, you should never start any of these 7 words with a capital letter. Why not? Because the fanboys do not start sentences. And I mean, you can just think of this logically. Fanboys follow. They don't lead. I mean, if you think of fanboys, like the girl groups, the K-pop stars, are like, oh, my favorite K-pop star. They're not leading anyone. They're not out in front. They're always behind. They're always watching, and they're in the middle of a big crowd. They don't start things. So, fanboys don't start sentences. Well, now that that's done, let's talk about the fanboys. There are 7 fanboys. Why are there 7? Because each one has its own special job. I mean, I guess some of them kind of partner up, but the way you need to think about fanboys is that the fanboys are these tiny little words that help you to connect ideas with some kind of relationship. I mean, really that's what most words are. Most words are trying to give you some kind of idea, and if these ideas need to be joined together in some way, they're joined together with some kind of connection, and that's all I mean when I say that they're connecting with a relationship. As I said, there are 7, and fanboys is an acronym, which means each letter in the word fanboys is the beginning letter of each one of these words. So, the 7 fanboys are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And each one of these little words, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, means something a little different when they're partnered up with ideas on either side. And today we're not going to look at how to use them in sentences. We're just going to introduce to you the relationship that they are using to connect ideas with. So, for is actually a pretty rarely used fanboy. We don't use this word as a fanboy very often. It's a little old, it's a little dated. You might say it's archaic. You use for as an idea connector to mean something like because or since. But these words are actually far more commonly used in this way. So, for most of your academic and writing careers, you're probably not going to use for in this way. You're just going to use these words instead. So you can almost forget about for entirely. So, that's for. And you're going to use all the time. Everybody uses and. This is probably one of the most common words in the English language. And the connection that it makes between words is really easy. It's like a little plus sign. It's like an addition sign. And just means, oh, in addition, or also, or as well as. You're just adding more subjects or verbs or ideas together. You're plussing one every time you use this word. Nor is kind of like adding in a negative. Nor has a very special relationship with this word here. You're only going to use this word nor when you're talking about when it follows neither. For example, if you're not thirsty and somebody offers you Coke or Pepsi, those are trademarked by the way, I don't think we can use them, but Coke or Pepsi, you say, I neither want Coke nor Pepsi. It's saying, I don't want one and not the other. So, nor is kind of like not plus and, or not plus or. We'll get to or. But, another very common fanboy. But shows some kind of difference. You start with one idea and then you're showing something else. It gives the idea of contrast. But means I started with one thing, but something else is following. So but is used to show difference or contrast between two ideas. Or is kind of, like I said, like nor, and it's very often paired with this word, either. Either or. So again, if you're given two options, you would use either and follow up the second option with or, either for the first or for the second. But or can be used when there's any number of options. I want this, 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 or this. So it just shows you choice. And again, if you can understand or, which is easier because this is the positive idea, then that will help you understand nor, which is the negative of the same idea. These words are special in that they are negative words. So you might want to remember that. Yet, see but. Same thing. Used the same way, no real difference. It's just there to spice up your writing and add, well, more ways to say the same thing, which can be important. So, is a pretty commonly used fanboy. So, demonstrates some sort of consequence. Something comes after. It makes sense that this would follow. So, let's look at some examples. It follows, therefore, thus. It just shows you that it's a logical ending to whatever began. We're going to be looking more at how to use the fanboys in sentences as conjunctions in future lessons. But for now, let's review.
Intro to fanboys. What is the problem with fanboys? Fanboys should be fanboys. Fanboys do not start sentences, so they should not be capitalized. What are the fanboys? For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Which two of the fanboys are most alike in meaning? But and yet are most alike in meaning. They both show contrast. Which two of the fanboys are often, or necessarily, paired with other words? The fanboys or and nor are often paired with either and neither, respectively. Neither, nor, either, or. What is unique about the conjunction nor? The conjunction nor is a negative word. FANBOYS is an acronym. What is an acronym? An acronym is a word in which each letter stands for another word. CIA, FBI, ROK, WHO, NCIS, RCMP, etc.